One of the most fascinating things about DMT is that there are consistent patterns to what this psychedelic compound seems to be showing us. Thousands of people all over the world report strikingly similar experiences under the influence of this substance, including separating from the physical body, traveling beyond this human lifetime, and entering into otherworldly realms that are inhabited by sentient beings or entities. These experiences are so profound that they raise all kinds of questions about the nature of reality, and I'm convinced that studying these experiences could lead to breakthrough discoveries into the nature of consciousness and the cosmos. So towards that end, in this video, I'm sharing 5 levels of the DMT experience. And the idea here is not to try to put an infinite mystery into some little box. The idea here is to create more clarity for us to explore some of the deeper questions, and again, try to work towards some consensus as to what this experience might be revealing. So let's dive in. My name is Jonas. I've been researching and discussing this topic for a little over a decade now because I'm convinced that DMT is so much more than just some psychedelic compound. Here's a study that interviewed DMT users immediately after a high-dose experience and found that 94% reported encounters with beings and 100% described emerging into entirely other worlds. These are amazing findings. I mean, think about it for a second here. This isn't just some coincidence. There's a clear consensus. There are patterns here that we can't ignore. And I really wonder if thousands of people from all around the world are experiencing these otherworldly realms while on DMT. Is it possible, could it be possible to map out these alternate realms, to map out the DMT experience? Because the implications there could be enormous. And so I'm sharing these 5 levels as a way to think more deeply about what this journey might reveal. Let's start with level 1 of the DMT experience, which is the onset of vibrations and waves of energy. It's really interesting how the DMT experience begins in the body. Before any of the visuals, before anything else, there are powerful sensations that start reverberating through the body. And it happens very quickly. I mean, within a few seconds, a few heartbeats after inhaling DMT vapor, you feel it in the nervous system, powerful waves of energy. And it has this vibrating, humming in the bones kind of feel to it. Like the best way I can describe it is that it feels as though every branch of my nervous system from head to toe is just lit up with these waves of energy. Like the chi or the life force energy has just been turned all the way up to maximum volume in a really interesting way. And there can be this sense of pressure or movement. And that's where things really start ramping up. Level 2 of the DMT experience is what we can call the visual rush. As these waves of energy just keep on growing in the body, this humming, this vibration. Very soon after that comes this rush of visuals into our perceptual field, either with eyes open or with eyes closed. Complex geometric patterns, fractal patterns, can almost look like a kaleidoscope. The world around me can start to seem less dense, almost cartoonish or animated somehow, with these very vivid saturation of colors. And yet at this level, we're still pretty clearly located in the body. Real quick, if you love exploring psychedelics as much as I do, I've just started a free online community called Psychonaut Academy, where you can connect with like-minded explorers, all supporting each other on the path. Please check out the link below to join. I would love to welcome you there. Level 3 of the DMT experience we can call ego dissolution and moving out of the body. At this stage in the journey, the subjective sense of being located in the body, of feeling ourselves sort of encapsulated by the body and the mind, dissolve. It's almost like these waves of energy and these visuals reach such a pitch, a crescendo, that it launches us out of body. There's a clear sense of movement in a very interesting way, Often it feels like moving through some sort of a tunnel or a passage towards something, towards a light or towards a threshold. And in this state, not only does our sense of a physical body dissolve, so too does our ego. No longer does it feel like I'm located in this human lifetime. It feels like I'm somewhere else, fully immersed in this experience, moving towards some other place. This brings us again right to the threshold of what we can call a breakthrough experience. Level 4 of the DMT experience is breakthrough to otherworldly realms or dimensions. The DMT breakthrough experience, it's almost too bizarre to put into words, and it's truly impossible to really describe. But it feels like you move through this tunnel or this passage into some sort of a light or a portal or through some sort of membrane, and you can literally feel yourself pop out the other side. I would say the clearest way to know that you've had a breakthrough experience is that looking around, it feels like you have arrived in some other place. That's not just abstract geometric patterns, psychedelic visuals. No. This place has structure. It has order to it. It has intricacy. It's saturated with this unbelievable structure to it. It feels like another world. There's so many different types of realms and places that people seem to visit in their breakthrough experiences. I mean, some people describe visiting cities or other planets or landscapes. So in some cases, it might feel like a spiritual or divine realm. Almost every time when we emerge in these otherworldly realms, there are beings there. It's not just some dead inert space. It's full of life, like an entire ecosystem of all different types of beings. I remember having one experience that was really interesting where when I broke through and kind of popped out the other side, subjectively, I was like soaring over this city. And flying over, I could see down below, it was almost like a neighborhood of these families of beings who looked up and seemed to see me or acknowledge me flying overhead. They kind of waved up at me and were calling to me. I tried to wave back to them. Who knows what to make of it, but it's very interesting. In these DMT breakthrough experiences, there's not just encounters with these beings, there's communication that can happen, interaction, either one way or two way. Communication happening with these entities. This is where I think it would just be so interesting and really informative to start to collect more data about how people are describing and defining these alternate realms of existence, as well as the entities or the beings that seem to inhabit them. The fifth level of the DMT experience is what we can call unity, oneness, or cosmic consciousness. This is just completely beyond words. This was the single most profound experience of my entire life. And I'll describe it to you. There was one DMT experience that I had where I found myself breaking through into this other space. It felt like being one with all of existence to the furthest stretches of the cosmos in the most incomprehensible way. I've used this metaphor before, but it's like a drop of rain hitting the surface of the ocean and instantly becoming one with the entire ocean. And I found myself completely dissolved into this infinite ocean. It was just light, pure consciousness with this indescribable sense of energy that was everywhere and is all things and is all that is. I felt myself one with all of life, like I was looking out through the eyes of every sentient being all at the same time. I don't know, again, it sounds silly to try to put language to it. This changed my life forever because I suddenly knew in an embodied, such a visceral, deep way that we are one with all that is, that it's all one, that we're all expressions of the same underlying reality, that we're all waves in this infinite ocean of life energy. Well, my friends, those are 5 levels of the DMT experience. I would love to hear your thoughts. Does this resonate with you? Do you agree or disagree with this feeble attempt to categorize this experience? Really, again, I'll say this isn't just about categorizing the DMT experience. This is about providing frameworks and models to explore these deep questions here. What is the nature of these DMT realms and entities? Who are we really? What's the nature of consciousness? Is there more to the mystery of life than this one physical universe? And is there more to what we are than this one physical body? If you want to dive deeper into these conversations, I would love for you to join our free psychedelic community, Psychonaut Academy. Hundreds of people have joined, sharing all kinds of interesting conversations and discussions about psychedelics as tools for healing and exploring consciousness. Please come check it out at the link below. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to connect in the comments down below, and I'll see you back here very soon.